Hello my dear friends, today I'm here with an awesome tutorial on Node.js. This is Samsujjot Sayon. Thank you for clicking on this video. At very first, let's see what we are going to make today. Okay, we will have a simple authentication system. Click on this sign. For sign up form, you will have name, namer, namer@test.com. This is for email. Password 1234. For the first time, let's make it wrong. That means with the first password, this confirm password doesn't match. Let's see. It's saying password didn't match because we set the validation for matching password. So once again, namer.jr, namer test. This time, let's enter the correct password 1234. 1234. This time it sign up successfully. Now once you sign up, you are already redirected to the sign in page. You see, we are in sign in page. So just write namer@test. For example, this time let's give the wrong password and submit. It's saying email or password didn't match because we have entered a wrong password. Let's make it the right 1234. Submit. Once you are successfully signed in, you redirected to the profile page. Now when we are login, we no longer able to access sign in on sign up page. Sign in, you see, when you trying to direct to the sign in page, you are redirecting to this home page. Click on the sign in sign up page. No one is working. Let's try for the profile page. User profile. Now you can see we are on profile page, but the menu of our menu item sign in and sign up has gone because we use some vanilla JavaScript. Now once we log out, you see we are able to go to the sign in and sign up page, but we can't go to the profile page when we are log out. In order to go to the profile page, we need to sign in. Let's try sign up once again. Let's try with the same name and same email address, namer@test.com. Okay, submit. It's saying user already exists with this email because we already sign up with the email, so we need to use another email in order to sign up. Okay, that is the simple app we are going to use express generator of app. We are not going to make from scratch, but I promise I will try to explain everything you need to know. Getting started express generator. Here we are not going to make everything from scratch. For that I have make a simple node.js crude application. You can watch those videos, so you'll understand express.js and node.js. Once you learn little bit about express and node.js, you feel free to come into this video. Just copy this line of code, npm install g for installing globally. Open PowerShell. By using express generator, we will make our boilerplate node.js and express.js application. Okay, we are going to handlebar as our view engine. So the process is very much simple. You just need to copy this line. Now once you have installed Express generator, go to the desktop folder, cd users name of your computer, in my case it's Sion, desktop. In here I am going to create a folder. By the way, you can do it by using right clicking on desktop and new, create new folder. Generally how you do it, but I'm going to use command prompt ls dir. Let's see, is there any folder under this node? There is nothing under the node. We need to use this command to generate our Express generator app, because this view engine should be ASBS. Since we are already in the project folder, so we don't need to give any name of our project. We can just give a dot, so that will create few folders and files inside this node folder. You see, now what you need to do, just use this command npm install. It will install all of your dependencies. Okay, all of the dependencies set by Express generator. In order to start our project, just write npm start, open a new tab, localhost 3000. By default it will set 3000 as our localhost. See the very simple Express app they have made for us. Okay, but under the hood lot is going on. Okay, they said view engine, they make routes, and they created static folder for us. Those are the stuff they made for us. Okay, now open Visual Studio Code, add folder to workspace, desktop we have node-auth, and in here instead of var we are going to use const, because this is a more elegant way to declare a variable. So just for Control F, it will select all the var and replace with const replace all. Okay, do that for all routes. We have index, we have user routes. We are going to use nodemon, that will restart our server every time we change in our code. npm install nodemon. This also we should install globally. Once nodemon is installed successfully, just write nodemon and press enter. It will run your server. Once again reload the page. It's working perfectly. Now let's set up our basic routes. Okay, from here index and this route. Okay, in user.js we already have a route. You see users, let's go to the users /users. We are getting response from a resource that is coming from this send. We are able to do this because this express route app.use, that means whenever the user route will become from this file, already go in our users. Now create few more routes. Okay, let's make a route for sign in. Just write router.get quotation mark / sign in comma, callback function, request, res, next. This is our callback function we're going to need. Okay, response dot render, we're going to render a file that will come from this views folder. Just create one more folder here. Users, inside user we're going to create signin.sbs, that is a view file for sign in page. Just write sign in. Later on we are going to make all of the style for the sign in page. User, we are already in views folder when you set up this handlebar. Okay, handlebar template engine. We don't need to give .sbs extension here. Okay, save. After this user / and sign in, the URL is here. You see it's responding to this view engine sign in. Okay, now we are going to make two more routes for our sign up and profile page. Okay, just write get, that is my shortcut I made, sign up, and views will be users / sign up. Make route for profile. All of them will be get request. When you submit the form of sign in or sign up, that will be our post request. I will show that in later on. Users, let's create two more file, sign up and profile inside this users. Okay, sign up .sbs, sign up, save, profile .sbs, profile. Save it once again, reload the page. It's perfect. Sign up, it's perfect. Profile, it's not perfect. Okay, let's see what's wrong with profile. This should be profile. Okay, once again reload the page. Profile, it is working perfectly. Now it's time to connect to the database. Okay, all of our users will be saved into our database. Just create one more folder, config. To connect to the database, there is a easy way. We need to install a package, that is mongoose. Okay, npm install mongoose. Okay, mongoose is installed successfully. Let's use it. Go to the app.js. From here, this is my personal setup. Okay, mongoose. Okay, for this tutorial we are going to use MongoDB Atlas Cloud. Just go to MongoDB. From here you need to go to the sign in. Okay, when you log in with MongoDB Atlas, you should show this kind of page. What you need to do, you need to create a new project. From here I'll create a new project. Name of our project will be node_auth. Next, add member. Okay, we'll do everything later on in this video. Okay, so stay tuned. It will create a project for us. What you need to do, you need to build a cluster.
This is free on, you can see this is totally free. Starting at create a cluster. I will be stick with AWS and Virginia. Make sure this is free, or if you want to buy this, or you just need to select another sandbox. M2, M5 additional setting, all you have, you can set up from here. Create cluster. Behind the scene, MongoDB is creating a cluster for us that we are going to use in our project. Okay, they have made a cluster for us. Now we are going to connect it. Before that, let's change the setting. Click on this network access, add IP address, add current IP, or allow access from anywhere. Where do you do this app for protection? You of course need to do for allow access from anywhere. For now I'm going to create add current IP addresses. Okay, do anything for the comment, confirm. Let's make an user for this database. Status, it is pending. You can see when it is done, we are going to create a user for our database. The only person able to use this database, able to manipulate this database. Okay, click on this database, add new database user. Okay, username will be Shayo. Okay, let's aggregate a SQL password. Just copy this and paste it inside this config. Keys.js, later on we'll set up all of them. Okay, for now just make it. Okay, down bottom add user. Go to this cluster. Now it's time to connect the database. Okay, connect with your application. Click here, copy and paste the link here. Save it, Control S. Now we are going to set up our database. Here below this, module dot exports is equal mongo URI colon, copy this line, Control C, double quotation mark, paste it here and replace the password field. You see it's showing the password and username is Sion, and delete this two line. We don't need this two anymore. Save it. We are going to use this export Mongo URI inside our app.js to connect to the database. Okay, we already installed mongoose. Let's use it. Mongoose dot connect. This is the URIs. Okay, we need to import that URIs. Below this Mongo, just write const keys is equal require /config keys dot mongo URI. Just copy this variable, paste it here. Now once we connected, we need to comma new URL parser is true, and when you connect it, let's make it then promise. Let's make it promise. When we are connected, it will show some messages. Okay, do this in only online. Log MongoDB is connected. In another line, when it failed to connected, it will show us a message error console.error is error. Save it, reload the page from here, and you see MongoDB is connected. Ignore this line. Okay, here I made a blog post for you. We are not going to write HTML and CSS code. This is not HTML and CSS tutorial. You just need to copy this. Here you see the name of file, layout.hbs and signup.hbs. You just need to copy them and paste it in your file. Okay, go to views. We copied layout.hbs, Ctrl A and Ctrl V. Okay, we need to include these two links. For that, go to the public folder. Let's make it shortcut name JS. We are going to need on file Semantic-ui, that is alternative of bootstrap. Get started, download zip. You don't need to learn Semantic-ui. You just need to make sure you just copy and paste. This is very easy. Or if you want to learn Semantic-ui, you are feel free to learn it. I have some tutorial on Semantic-ui. You can find the link in the description of this video. From here we just need this semantic-min.css. Just copy this file and paste it in our project. Okay, paste it in our project, public CSS, paste it here. Go to style.css, just comment this line, index page. From here just write .ui.container. This is the class coming from Semantic-ui, and paste it here. Save it and reload the page. Like this, we are going to copy all the file, profile.hbs, copy and paste it in profile, Ctrl A, Ctrl V, sign up, copy this line of sign up, paste it in sign up, Ctrl A, Ctrl V, copy sign in. Okay, Ctrl A, Ctrl V, save it. Go to this layout. From here, when you click on this sign in page, it should go to the sign in. Just / users sign in. That will need little bit of vanilla JavaScript, main.js, from here layout, just write / js main.js. Okay, one more thing, I made a repository, GitHub repository for you to give you the source code. If something went wrong in your project, you can just copy and paste my code, so it will work perfectly in your code. Okay, now we are on the main topic, that is authentication. At first we need to sign up our form. So for that, go to views, users, sign up. From here, this name attribute is very important in our case. By using this name, we are going to retrieve all the data from the form into our server, and later on it will save to the database. Okay, so at first this name attribute will be name, id is name. Okay, this type is text, name is text type, and this is an email. Okay, name will be email,
email. We have get request, but we'll have another request, that is router dot post, and this action is very important. This action will be sign up, and here inside user.js sign up, this action should be users / sign up. Don't forget to give an / at the left side. Okay, now user.js make an callback function, request response, next. This is a callback function, arrow function. Now we are going to retrieve all of the name attribute data. Okay, for that let's destructure password true. Make sure this name should be same as the name in here. Okay, for example, if I give name on in here, we also need to give name on in here. Okay, but I'm not doing this because this is not sensible. Request dot body, request dot body. Let's log out all of them. Go to the sign up page. From here just write sign up, name is Lionel Messi, all of them, but it is not coming in our post method here. Okay, so here I made a mistake. This method should be post, and this action should be the URL, that when we click on the submit button, this is where our route will go. Okay, once again fill up the form. Okay, submit this form. Now you see it's showing name, email address, password, and confirm password too. Okay, we are going to validate our form. If no name or no email or no password or no password2, it will give me an error. Error is equal, let's make a variable error const. No, this should be let, because it will change every time we get an error. Okay, error will be please fill all the forms. If they don't fill all the forms, what we'll do, render our same users sign up page once again. Okay, and there will be a parameter. Here we'll use the error. Make another validation. If password is not equal password true, then it will give us an error. Copy this line and paste it here. If the error is null, we are going to save all the data in our database. Now we are just going to print it. Res dot redirect to the home page. This should be error is not equal null. If there is no error, it successfully submitted the form. You see, this is showing our information. Now we are going to make a schema for our database to save the data. Okay, create a new folder, models. Here I will create you because it is a schema, that is why I'm starting the name of this file with uppercase. Now we need to import mongoose here. Schema is equal mongoose dot schema const schema user schema is equal new schema. This is format of JSON. This is the name of all field. Okay, name type will be string, required true. That means if there is no name, that will not save in our database. Okay, copy the same thing and paste it below here. This is password. Now we need to export this schema to our another file. Module dot exports is equal mongoose dot model. You see it is suggesting us to name, that is string. This is the name of our collection, user, comma, suggesting us to give schema, user schema. Here we are going to use data const user is equal require. Sorry, this should not be here. Only on equal dot models dot / user. This is the user. Okay, now we are going to save it to the database. If you want to know more about mongoose, this is the official website of mongoose. Now we are going to use that schema to save the data in our database. So just write const user is equal new user. Here inside user we are going to define all of our user. That first one was name, email. This name should be, this name is equal this name. Okay, name. But in JavaScript variable both are same, we can write only on. Okay, for example, if this is schema, this email is Gmail, here we need to write Gmail and the value will be email. This is this one. Okay, this time only on will not work. Okay, but here we will write email and change it to email. Now we need to save this. User dot save. We need to write a callback function. This is okay, let's return a promise. Then data log data, we are going to print it out. Catch ch, if anything went wrong, then error. Let's make it full callback function. If it is successfully saved to the database, we are going to redirect to our
home page. Okay, in our project in Visual Studio Code we are going to use inbuilt terminal nodemon. In here let's check our express app, submit this. It's successfully coming to our index page. Let's see our data is saved to the database or not. So go to the MongoDB atlas and refresh it. From here go to this cluster. Okay, click on this cluster 0. From here click on this collection. In collection we have documents. User is the name of our collection and this is the record we made. You see name Lionel Messi, email, password. This is something we should not do ever. We should not ever save plain text as a password in our database because that can be hacked easily. So we should use a library that is bcryptjs. It is very easy to install. Okay, in terminal click on this plus button. We are going to use another terminal as a tab. In here just write npm install bcryptjs and press enter. It will take you a second to install. After that, how to use it? Uses is very simple. This is the synchronized way to use bcrypt, but we are going to use async way. Okay, just copy these few lines, copy them, paste it below here. Const Control X for cut this line and Control V to paste it line here at the top. Save our data inside this bcrypt hash password. We are going to hash our password. Okay. Shift Alt F to reformat your code. Let's make it arrow function. Otherwise, you can stick with regular function, but I love arrow function. That is the modern JavaScript. Capture our variable. This should let because we are going to change our password and we want to make it encrypted. Okay, this should be our password. Now what I'm going to do, if there is an error, throw that error, or if nothing went wrong, we are going to save the data to the database and password is equal hash, that is the parameter. Okay, that means the password is hashed now. So if I just log out only password after hashing password, we can see what happened. Okay, it's submitted successfully. Let's reload the MongoDB atlas. This time this password is this. That doesn't make any sense. From here below this player information, just write double curly braces hash. If we are going to print that error, or else let's close this if statement, double curly braces ERR, save it. Okay, here one thing I need to do, if there is no error, we are going to search some data from our database. Just write user dot find one, and we are going to find you see this is the filter they want, filter query. We are going to use the filter query email. We are going to search by using email, comma, and they want a callback function. This is the callback function I made, and there will be ERR data. It will throw that error. If data is already exist, that means if there is data, that means there is the email already exist, it will give this. That means we are going to re-render our page and write user is already exist with this email. Okay, now just copy all these bcrypt things, Control X, and make another statement of else statement and paste it here. That means if there is data available from this email, then it will give an error. Else, if there is no data or there is no email address, okay, it will save the user to our database. Go to sign up page. Let's style UI dot segment red tab, Control X and Control V, Alt Shift F to reformat your code. Save it once again, run our app, sign up. Neymar, let's make it Lionel Messi. This email address is already exist in our database. 1234. Submit. Let's see what happened. User is already exist with this email. Okay, now our sign up operation has been done. Now next step is to sign in. Here it comes, most complex and most interesting part of this tutorial, that is login. Here we are going to use PassportJS to authenticate our user. Okay, let's go to PassportJS official website. From here this is the three process: authentication strategy, application middleware, and sessions. At first we are going to add a post route in our user.js. Copy and paste it below. This will be post request response. Next, we are not gonna render this, we are gonna authenticate. We need to install PassportJS. So in your terminal just write npm install passport and passport local. Passport local is a strategy. Let's see strategy. Search for local strategy. That is what we are going to use. There are lots of strategy. You can find passport Facebook, passport Google Auth. By using this Google Auth, there is an option you can see in many websites that login with Google or login with Facebook. By using those strategy, we can log in with Facebook or login with Google. Okay, but when we use local strategy, we can customize everything. We can make our own strategy to log in. Nodemon, we need to import passport. We are going to authenticate from here. Passport.authenticate. We are going to use local strategy. Local, you see at the top they are showing their suggestion. Okay, just write success redirect. Success redirect will be /users/profile. When we successfully log in, it will go for the profile, and we need to return those from here. Okay, now in your config folder, just create one more folder, passport.js. From here, let's import few files. Just write now we need to export this module. Okay, module dot exports is equal, this is callback function. We are going to export passport is equal passport dot use. Here we are going to make a new strategy. At first we will have username field, that is the field, it will come from signin.sbs. This is the username field. Name will be email, that means user need to pass email here and password here as well. Password, and by this email we are going to find our user. Okay, email comma, we are going to make a callback function password, that is 2 parameter we need to match our user. Done. Okay, now we need one more file to include, that is our database file, database model we made. Okay, we don't need this passport. Okay, we can delete it and delete this passport as well. Find our user from the database, user dot find one. We are going to find by using email parameters, email comma error data. If there is any error, it will throw that error. Let's make another condition. If there is no data of that user, it will return something. It will return done with null and false. If data is exist, we are going to do something. Bcrypt, we are going to match the data with password of our bcrypt hash password. Okay, compare password comma data dot, this password is coming from our database, and we'll have a callback function error match. That means if our user is matched, user password is matched, we are going to do something. At first, just copy this line. If there is something went wrong, we are going to return it from here and throw the error, and Next, if password doesn't match, it will return done. What this done is, let me show you in passport website. This done is for verifying callback, verifying that user is there or not. If the conditional is not valid, for example, if password is incorrect, then done should be invoked with false. Okay, instead of a user indicate an authentication failure. Here, if this password is matched, then here we are going to done with our user data, not false. Okay, we need to return this. Okay, wait. In our app.js, we need to include PassportJS. Just write const above this mongoose connect. We need to load that PassportJS file. Just write here. We need to pass that parameter passport. You see, this is the parameter. Strategy is not defined. Go to PassportJS. Why strategy is not defined? This should be local strategy. Everything works successfully. We need to include this passport initialize. Bottom of the all middle layer, we will have to include app.use. I think I made a mistake here. There should be / users sign in and method will be post. Let's try. Is it work or not? Reload the page. cr7@email.com. Password is 1234. It says failed to serialize user into the session. When our user add to the session, we need to serially add that. Okay, let's see in passport.js how they make. This is very simple, these two process, passport.serialize user and passport.deserialize user. Copy this two line, copy these two function, and in passport just paste it at the top of our passport use serialize user.isd. We do need to find user. Once again, reload the page, enter player email cr7@email.com. Password will be 1234. Submit. It successfully go to this page, user profile. You see, that means our user authentication is successfully worked. But one thing, when we go to this company or sign up page, we are no longer signing here. Okay, that means the session is expired. We need to set up that session.
Okay, now we can sign in with our user. Now we need to set up a middle layer for our passport.js. First one is express session that will help you to store our data, login data to our server, and another one is express flash. This will show the message if anything went wrong with our at first we need to install this two. From npm.js, search for express flash. You can find that. Before that, we need to set up express session. Just copy and paste these few lines. App.use. Copy and paste it in app.js. Before that, we need to import express session. Bottom of this static folder setup, let's set up this session here. We don't need to secure. This will need for production. The secret, this is our secret key for our session, and we say false. Okay, now we need to set up passport session. Just write app.use passport.session. Now we're ready to go. Let's work with connect flash or express flash. Express flash, save it, app.use flash. Okay, our middleware has been set up successfully. Now it's time to work with this middleware. At first, go to PassportJS. From here, we are going to return some message. So, by using flash, we can see those messages. Just write message. Message will be no found, no user found. We are going to send some data to our profile. Just write email require.body.email, and this email we are going to use in our profile page. Go to profile, welcome. There we will show the email address, okay, of that user who has been logged in. Name, this should be email. We save it in our email variable. You see, this should work perfectly now. In sign in, we will have some message if user is failed to log in. So go to user.js, just write failure flash true. From here, below this player information, just write this if statement, if messages dot error, then it will give us some error. Let's close this if statement. .ui dot those classes are coming from Semantic-ui. Don't worry about it. Just copy this line, paste it here. Here we are going to print the error messages. We are not going to make the condition. CR7. Let's make the password wrong. Anything you want. Submit it. Password did not match. Let's make the email address wrong. What does it say? No user found. Express flash is working perfectly. Now move ahead. Okay, now here we are going to write some vanilla JavaScript code, so we can only see this profile page. If we are not sign up, then we can see only this sign in and sign up page. Go to this public folder. From here we made a directory js main.js. Make sure this main.js is included in layout. Okay, layout.hbs. I have included this previously. Okay, at first let's get the host. Just write const host is equal window.location.host. Let's concatenate with our http const, this will be domain is equal, concatenate with our domain, just give backticks, $, curly braces, host with our http colon double forward slash. Let's see this domain, how does it look now. Just write log domain, save it, go to your browser. Because this is front-end JavaScript, you can only see the result from the browser console. You can see this is our domain. Let's check some condition. If window.location.href is equal our domain backticks $, curly braces, domain forward slash users forward slash profile. It will get an element and remove that. Okay, just write const before sign in button. This button we will get from document dot selector all, will get from document. Go to layout.js. From here you see I made a class name before sign in. By using this class name we are selecting this a tag element. Okay, let's select this. Let's log out so you can understand what I am doing. We are selecting all, excuse me, so we need to loop through all of them. Just write before sign in button for each, delete this btn dot ve, remove. Okay, this is our home page. Click on this profile page. When you click on this profile page, you can no longer see the sign in and sign up button. Ignore about this error, we'll fix that later on. Okay, and in here you see the list item. This is two list item we are deleting. Okay, else what we are going to do, just copy all of them and paste it below, and we will select by after sign in, after sign in. Let's see where this class we get from. Copy this and paste it. This is what, by using this class we are selecting our element. Okay, now work with authentication. In config folder just create a file or the JS. We want to export this module dot exports is equal, there will be two function in this object. First one will be is authenticated, and parameter of this function will be request response next. This will be an arrow function. If request dot is authenticated, then if user is authenticated, it will look for next operation what user does, and else user is not authenticated, it will redirect to our home page. Redirect to our home page. Just like this, copy this line, paste it below here. We need to give an comma. Here is not authenticated. If user is not authenticated, then it will go to this and it will be next. This should be return statement. Return. If the user is not authenticated but want to go to profile page, then it will redirect to user slash sign in page. Okay, let's import these two function inside our user.js. Routes user.js. Now just copy this. When we are already signed in, that means we are in profile page, then it is authenticated. Okay, when we are not authenticated, user is not authenticated. Okay, just give all of them is not authenticated, all the routes is not authenticated. Post route, sign in route, sign in post route. I think we don't need this route. This is user homepage. Now we can access login, sign up, but we can't access profile. Let's see. When we are trying to access profile, it redirecting us to the sign in page. Okay, in passport.js here is a small correction. This should be id in the place of user. We are going to search our user from the database, so just write user dot find by id, the parameter we pass inside this callback function. Okay, and the second parameter will be a callback function, error, and the user. Now we just need to take this line and paste it here. Okay, in the place of user this should be null, otherwise it will not work. Okay, save it on okay, once again reload the page, click on the sign in, cr7 1234 password, and submit. It's showing welcome user player. Here we are going to learn how to sign out. Okay, at first make a route. For that, user.js. At the bottom of all of them we are going to make another route. The sign out operation is very simple. Okay, so just write router dot, this would be a delete request, and URL will be sign out. Don't forget a forward slash at the beginning. Request next. Okay, this would be a callback function, as we know, as we are doing from the beginning. Okay, request dot logout, this is the function for signing out from our session, and we are going to redirect to the home page. Okay, once we log out we are going to redirect. We can use get route to sign out our user, but we are not going to use it because this is not secure. Instead of using get request, we are using delete request. But here in profile we can't write delete request. By default browser doesn't support delete request, so we need to use a package that is method override. Method override, just search on npm.js. From here you can find that package. Installation process is very simple. Npm install method override, copy and paste it on your terminal and install it. After installing, you can see the usage of there. You can see examples to use it. Okay, let's import it in our app.js. At the bottom of all middleware, we are going to use this one, app.use method override, and in the single quotation mark we are going to use underscore method. Okay, by using this we can use method override in our action. So just write users / sign out. That was our route, remember, sign out. Okay, after that we need to give an question mark and underscore method is equal delete. This will tell the browser this is an delete request. Okay, once again run your server and reload the page. From here click on sign in, cr7@email.com, enter the right password, submit. Once we are logged into the profile, now click on this sign out. It is successfully signed out. Now we can go to sign in and sign up page, but we can't go to profile page. Okay, that's all for this tutorial. If you like this video, please like, comment and subscribe. By following this tutorial in the future, I am going to make more advanced stuff like forgot password or Google Auth. By using Google, we are going to sign in or sign up. Okay, all the functionality like reset your password I am going to add into this tutorial. Okay, thank you for watching.